should we talk the markets? It's the same thing. Losses upon losses. But yesterday, very, very marginal, 0.02%, 29,765 points is where the market closed. That's the all-share index. 13.12 trillion naira is the market cap. Forte Oil, after being the top gainer 2 days ago, I think it was one of the losers yesterday. Very, very interesting back and forth with our market. Welcome.
Good morning.
Shall we first, so much to discuss today. Shall we start with the drone that could cause war, or shall we start with the limits of renewable energy? Where do you want to begin? Which one do you want to start with?
I'm not sure the war story is a tech story.
It's a tech story because it was started by a drone. That's the one. Do you actually I think I put up a poll for folks to vote in as to whether or not that drone is going to cause war. So America
She's not going to war.
She's not going to war.
President Trump is not going to war. Is compassionate about the Iranian people. He's not going to allow their leaders put them in trouble, in jeopardy. Because war doesn't help anybody eventually. Again, maybe it helps the arms industry, which is great for the US. But again, it's about being what's it called?
Pragmatic.
Being pragmatic. Being considerate when you're in position of strength.
Oh, I see.
I think that's what President Trump is going to do.
All right, but I think people should know this by now. I think what America they flew a drone within Iranian airspace or so, and the Iranians shot it down.
It's not clear if it's within Iranian airspace.
That's the debate right now. Yeah,
it's around somewhere. Nobody knows exactly where.
Okay.
But again, trust me, I've spoken to him. He's not good.
You said he's spoken to him. All right, well, anyway, 58% of the people that responded to the poll said no, it will not cause war. 15% said yes, they think it will. 23% are not sure, and then 4% said focus on Hillary's emails. There's still those 4% people.
Exactly.
All right, moving on from that.
Also focusing on Joe Biden's son's investment
of
$1 billion from China.
I trust you. I trust
China
you.
Is no longer threat. Okay, let's focus on tech.
Last night, I went to an ATM to go and make a withdrawal. This was in Lekki Phase 1. As I'm taking out funds from the ATM, ladies and gentlemen, the ATM shuts down. It just switches off, right? So this is when it's making the sound for the money to come out. So I already put in my PIN number, everything. So as I'm talking to everyone now, my card and the money is still inside. It's attached. This was an off-site ATM. I call one of the people in the restaurant next to the ATM. I mean, it's not a bank, but I was like, come, have you ever seen this before? Has this ever happened? Is this often? Does this happen often? The guy now says, oh, that yes, so it's a solar powered ATM, and that because it was raining all through yesterday, there was not much sunlight. He said that sometimes it will shut off at night once it gets dark, or if it's been charged properly, it will stay on till the next day. So Fisayo, that's the question now. Fisayo, are we looking at one of the limits of solar power, one of the limits of renewable energy?
I mean, definitely, as much as people are trying to talk about, let's go green, let's save the planet, let's do this, let's do that. I think we need to also understand that, yes, there are limits to how far distance can take us. So it means that, okay, so the way it works is this. Once there is sun, there are solar panels on top, there are batteries behind. The solar panels charges the battery that ensures that you have power, right? So it means that because energy can only be stored through batteries, right? So once there is sunlight, the batteries are charged. But of course, the batteries are also being used by the machines, right? So once they are not fully charged, or once they're not properly charged, then it means that the what's it called, the lifespan or the power life of those batteries will
unlimited.
So definitely, what happened yesterday was that since I'm not sure there was heavy sunlight throughout yesterday,
right? So
maybe the batteries are running on the previous day's charging. So by night, it's probably done.
So are you worried for Rotus's money?
No, because
imagine that just comes
it once it
spits all the money out.
That's all. I asked the bank. Of course, they didn't know. They don't when the machines come back on, because the timing was horrible. Right as the money is coming out, that's when it shuts off. So when it comes back on, now what happens is the money
the process. So the person that is at the ATM
that will collect him.
Show here seems to side with you. He said, "I'm not bothered about the useless thing shutting down. The problem is, will the useless banks still charge you to replace that payment?"
Oh gosh,
definitely you have to pay for the card.
I called them now. I asked them. I won't call names, but the video is up there actually. I posted because they asked me for evidence of what happened. I just pulled up my phone, I took a shot, and I've tweeted it. So go on the Smooth FM Twitter handle or Rotan. You'll see the video. I can't give the name of the bank. But
Shola is asking you, Shola is a lady. She said, hope you know if it's not the bank's debit card you used, you will have to forfeit the card and need to get a new one from your bank.
right, I called I was lucky enough, or lucky for me, if there's any luck in this whole situation, is that it's my bank's ATM.
Oh.
So that was what saved me. If it was another bank now, there's now a long story. They have to contact the bank, blah, blah, blah. So luckily it was my bank's ATM. So they've cut off the card. My own is, will it spit it out when it gets charged? I was thinking of as the sun comes up now, I should go and sit in front of that ATM and go and wait to see what happens.
Are they still charging for interbank transactions? So if you use another bank's ATM,
Yes.
3
times.
Yeah, 3 times in a month. You get 3 free withdrawals.
in a month, and then from the 4th month you start
You should
paying
just
your
take it
card.
away completely.
They should.
But what's the use?
But here's another thing. Again, that's why I don't want to name names. I asked them when I can get another card. They say it's 3 working days. And come on now. There's another bank which I won't name. That one you can get your ATM card.
They'll print it for you, right?
They'll print it, right? They have a machine. In
5 minutes.
5 minutes you get your
I
card.
had
So
that experience 4 years ago.
come on
Imagine how
now.
long ago that has been in.
3 days.
Right.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. So anyway, back to the whole point, Fisayo, as you explained, there are limits to this whole renewable solar power thing. Yeah, you have to be charged.
I mean, there are limits to everything.
Yeah.
So it means that maybe you're saving the planet on one side, but you're on the other side you're killing the planet if there's anything like that.
Yeah.
But again, it's just
Balance,
cost benefit analysis.
So somebody is worried about Fisayo's state of health. Is Waji. Waji said Fisayo isn't well. This is the most measured I've heard him ever.
Okay, Waji.
Waji.
All right, Waji. Okay, good. Yeah, they're always debating Trump whenever he comes in for fresh debate. Okay, we have to quickly. I said I will talk about this yesterday. PwC's Experience Center. Governor Sanwo-Olu was there. Jimovia, a number of dignitaries. And I said I would explain this. I'm wondering if we definitely need more. It's tech ecosystem that PwC launched yesterday. They've got virtual reality there. They've got this, it's like almost like workstation, very advanced tech space for strategies and for their clients. I think they're about 20 or 30 or so around the world. Your thoughts now? I mean, I think it's a good step in the right direction for
it's
the
good
company.
for their clients, good for them. So again, I mean, it doesn't necessarily. I mean, if I don't have any dealing with PwC, except of course they're using it for they're taking it for wider use cases.
Well, someone who said that he's going to work, that Lagos State probably work with them, for. But he said traffic management. He mentioned traffic management.
We should if you know where the portal are, there's one on the Korodu Road. There's one just in front of Federal Palace Hotel there. I mean, come on, you don't need virtual reality to do all of that.
Right.
And then when Lagos speaks, someone who listens, right?
Yes.
But since the term governor, nobody has heard anything from him again.
Fisayo is taking us in another direction.
Let's just focus.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Why did
upset
you
you.
talk about it?
So Waji is a confirmation he's well. Jumoke says they're talking about your card. Rotus.
Oh, yeah.
Jumoke says the machine won't spit out your card or Rotus.
Okay.
The card and cash will be retained in the machine.
Okay, well,
if your
good.
account was debited, it will stick out as a reconciliation error in the bank's books.
Okay, amen to that. Thank you. I hope that happens because I've been debited
You
and the
said
money.
amen,
Well,
Rotus?
hey, look,
Wow.
in some cases you have to appeal to a
You have
higher
to
power.
OJ from Banana Island said it's more of a case of capacity planning when designing solar systems. With the right kind of batteries and right number of solar panels, you're covered. For example, multiple 2000 amps batteries can be used for such deployments instead of the regular 200 rated batteries. Thank you very much.
Cool. Okay,
definitely there are things regarding how capital intensive batteries are. So irrespective of whatever power solution you want to take, that definitely so for solar power or for the kind of batteries it's talking about, there's huge capital outlay.
So they're
from the
expensive.
beginning.
They're expensive.
Really expensive from the get-go. But from typical just normal NEPA, just buy some cables, connect it to the next pole in your house, and then you're done.
You're done.
You know?
So that's another thing for businesses going into renewable energy. The scaling issue, the affordability, that's another thing to think
Always
about.
to be considered. Yinka says, I do not understand this skill about solar-driven things. For heaven's sake, this is Nigeria. Things aren't normal here, but the sun is normal. So this dude at the ATM, the dude is Rotus.
That's me now. Yinka, what you talking? It's me. I'm the one that happened to. Is he having me?
He got his card stuck inside and the machine acted like nothing happened. Guess what? The bros didn't know any other person used the ATM till the card comes out. Not even the bank security could persuade him to let. Okay, he's given another instance.
Oh, okay, another instance.
Not
Okay,
even the
okay,
bank
okay, okay,
security
okay,
could persuade
okay.
him to let others use the machine. I saw that video.
Oh
And
yeah.
the guy got so bad that he got to the point he started asking, "Do you know who I am?"
All right. Let's see now. Health tech. Let's move to health tech. Fisayo, MDAS, MDAAS. They've secured seed funding of $1 million. This is a company, I believe. What did they do? Diagnostic machines.
Diagnostics.
Diagnostics. Okay, cool. So this is always good news. I think it's for middle and low income families. Yeah.
Yeah. So for them, they believe that one of the biggest first steps to solving health challenges in Nigeria is correct diagnosis.
Right.
Because people just get treated for malaria for
everything. It's always malaria. Yeah.
So every time, just take chloroquine, just take this, just take
Panadol. Yeah.
Take that. But they believe that access to proper diagnosis or diagnostics, as the case might be, is the first step into determining into proper healthcare in Nigeria. So what they've built is they're building a chain of diagnostic centers across tier 2 cities or tier 1 cities across Nigeria, where people can go in and affordably, carry out different tests, cardiac, liver, all of those, just different tests that they can do. I think they have partnerships with hospitals, so that, again, because there are some hospitals, primary healthcare centers, that don't necessarily have the devices or the equipment for this diagnosis, right? So MDAS is just staying around all of those places to ensure that once there's a need to check something, they are always available to do that. So that's what the business
It seems like when we talk about technology, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like healthcare is where the most impact can be. I mean, we were complaining about the roads a few minutes ago and stuff like that, how we don't need virtual reality to fix potholes, but it looks like healthcare seems to be, I don't know if that's where the government and everybody else should just pour in their funds and their focus, but does it, I mean, what do you think? Does it look like it's healthcare where we can see the most impact in technology in Nigeria?
Yes, I mean, when something is broken, totally broken, I think every attempt to solve something in there is always really impactful. I mean, Life Bank, just
they deliver blood,
all of those kind of businesses, right? So they're quite, there's huge impact because people's lives are saved,
right?
From some of these activities, right? So, however, again, because healthcare is impactful, but if you talk to some of the entrepreneurs working in there, because people can't also afford,
right? It's also expensive.
It's really expensive,
right?
So again, it's just that balance between is it meant to be a government only thing? Can a private sector person do it? From private sector perspective, is it profitable for me to venture into this, or should I just focus on impact and then claim double bottom line, where there's impact on one side but there's little or not much happening on my profitability? Because again, if you want to be profitable as an healthcare business, you have to price it above the reach of majority of people. I mean, I was talking about, people talk about Nigeria as being a great such huge economy, 150 million people. However, I've noticed a few things. I mean, I was looking at Southeast Asia and comparing that to Nigeria. I've seen products that I think, okay, this doesn't make sense in the Nigeria context. So imagine an insurance product that protects you, that indemnifies you against Uber surge. Can that kind of product work?
Can it work here? Right.
I mean, yesterday I saw another startup that said they has delivered. Now this is coffee delivery business in Indonesia. 300,000 cups of coffee delivery in Indonesia. I can imagine coffee shops in Nigeria. I mean, a lot of them are closing down already because people can't afford to buy some of those things.
Right.
But again, so Indonesia is way ahead. I mean, South Asia is way ahead. India is way ahead. So the thing around poverty or income in Nigeria is still a big issue. So if you're pricing anything above a certain range, I mean, nobody can afford it.
So you can't scale it.
So again, so people tell you, we have a huge market opportunity. Maybe your market opportunity is just Lagos. Maybe it's just BI. That's the challenge with operating in Nigeria.
Excellent analysis, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you. How much time we got?
No time.
That's it. I will. Yeah.
Greet you,
Okay.
Fisayo. Says so on point on the potholes. A big one at Kofuba, Abayomi, Bonican, etc.
Oh, okay.
He should just start doing something really.
Actually, in his defense, though, very quickly, someone, although it's not very techy, he said people should take pictures and then send them to a phone number. He
Really?
he did.
Really. So
I know.
I'm driving my car and I'll just park and then stop.
Take a picture and then send it. Well,
and then last my boy is to come after me and say that yes, I'm parking in the wrong place.
Fisayo, I'm doing my best.
He's found my car.
Okay.
Really.
I did my best to defend the governor. I did the best I could.
That's all, folks. Let's continue the conversation on Twitter with the hashtag BusinessExpress91. Tweet at Rotus at Rotan Quotes. That's Rotan Quotes with a K.
Yes.
And Fisayo, or your social media handle?
Aremo Fisayo.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, next we'll have a fun conversation around traveling to South Africa and the things that await you on that trip. Stay with us.